Hi Gemini, this is Monique with Puissant Ascension, and we're getting ready to look into the general energy surrounding you. But first, let's chime. Gemini, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus, this reading's for you. My readings are timeless, so when you find them is when you are meant to find them. Let's get into it. Ancestors, guides, angels. This is a reading for my high vibrational Geminis regarding the general energy surrounding them. Make the message clear, Spirit. What does Gemini need to know? What does Gemini need to see, Spirit, regarding the general energies surrounding them? Okay. I really need to invest in some new cards. I've been saying this for the past year. I mean, I like my cards. They're very well seasoned. However, I think it's time for a new batch. For once and for all. All right, Spirit. And I like to mix my deck because I like my deck nice and thick. Okay, so I mix it up with the angel cards, the goddess tarot deck, or the goddess deck. So yeah. Anyway, that was off topic. On topic yet off topic. All right, so we have communicate clearly, there's something better, and easy does it. There is no need to hurry or force things to happen. Everything is occurring in perfect timing. Beautiful. So that's the general message for you, Gemini, all right? That everything is moving as it should. Everything is flowing in the right direction. Understand that if something did not go through, if something was not followed through, all right, there is something better. Now, when it comes to communication with family, friends, business, partnerships, remember to communicate clearly, okay? Straight into the point so that they understand what you're saying, especially since we have Saturn and Neptune retrograding back into Pisces, right? The sign of confusion, convolution, honey. So this is definitely the time to communicate clearly. It's funny too, because the past couple of readings, my communication has been a bit jumbled, right? Some words weren't coming out. Like yesterday, I couldn't think of the word quicksand, and then it came out in the collective reading, and a lot of you told me the word that was lost upon me. So thank you for your service. So yeah, things can be a little jumbled right now, all right? So understand that. Also, Mercury is still in the shadow period, I believe, until the 25th. Is today the 26th? So today's the 26th, so we're out of Mercury's shadow period, so yay. So things should be clearing up even more for you, Gemini, okay? Tell us more, Spirit. This is for Gemini regarding the general energies surrounding them. We have communicate clearly. Again, okay, so Spirit is putting emphasis on this. Communicate clearly and take your time when communicating, right? A lot of people think that I speak weird, but I think that I speak pretty clear for the most part. And the reason I do that is because here on YouTube, and even with my clients, I have clients from all around the world, and I want to be able to communicate the messages to them clear and concise. So every once in a while, I'll use a little bit of, you know, slang every now and again. And it might go over some people's head, who, you know, those who get it, those who don't. But for the most part, I like to keep my communication clear so that there is no confusion and convolution, honey. You're welcome. Take action. All right. So, Gemini, by taking action, this means taking inspired action towards bigger, better, towards the things you already have in place, taking inspired action towards something. Not just weird, dysregulated action, but inspired action, embodied action towards your next journey. Okay? Tell us more, Spirit. This is for Gemini regarding the general. Okay? You have something to say, don't you? We have compassion. Release judgment about yourself and others and focus on the love and light that is within everyone. Beautiful. I also speak quite clearly because I'm from the West Coast. A lot of people would call me, right, a Black American woman, code switching because I speak this way, but I'm from the West. And in the West, we pretty much speak very proper, as they would say down south, right? So, you know, people just have to get used to seeing different people with different types of accents and not thinking that they're putting on an air, not thinking that they're code switching, but it's just their vibe. And yes, I do articulate even further for YouTube because I want people to understand, as I've mentioned before. But this is my voice and I love it. It's delicious, it's sexy, it's to the point, it's, you know, there's no bullshit, it's slice and dice, and I love this for me. So, you know, just thought I'd stand on my soapbox and say that for the people in the back. You're welcome. Bottom of the deck, we have it's up to you. All right now, Spirit. So this is my thing, Gemini, regarding the general energy surrounding you. Spirit is saying the ball is in your court. Spirit is telling you to have compassion for yourself, because when you have compassion for yourself, you can have compassion for others. Okay? So have compassion for yourself, therefore you will have compassion for others. Take inspired action towards your desires and communicate clearly. Exactly. Let's clarify. Spirit, tell me more. This is for Gemini regarding the general energy surrounding them. What do you want Gemini to know? What do you want Gemini to see? Spirit, with create clearly or communicate clearly, I mean create clearly as well. That's definitely a key to success. Communicate clearly, Spirit. Tell us more. This is for Gemini. Okay. A chunk of cards. Should we take them? How many are there? So there are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, 5 too many, so we're not going to take them. I'm not even going to look at them. I'm not even going to look. Spirit, whatever's meant to come out on the board will come out, right? Exactly. Communicate clearly. Okay, 2 of Swords. So getting down to the nitty-gritty, Gemini, I feel like Spirit is telling you to communicate your boundaries clearly. And a lot of you could be going through this right now, especially if you're dealing with business, all right, where you're having to communicate your standards, your desires, right? Because you could be working with new people who need to understand how to treat you in this work environment, okay? So communicate your standards and your boundaries clearly so that there are no questions later. I'm kind of doing that right now, actually. It's funny because I'll be traveling for work. And yeah, I've been having to communicate very clearly because I'm going to another country. And you know, sometimes things kind of get lost in translation. So some of you could be experiencing this as well. Communicate clearly. Make sure your boundaries are clear. Make sure, you know, the contractual agreements are clear as well. All right. Okay, well, all right. We have Big Daddy Coin, the King of Pentacles, but I like to call him Big Daddy Coin in reverse. I do not read reversals. However, since this came out reversed and the deck is not reversed, I feel like some of you could be communicating back and forth with an earth sign energy, Capricorn, Taurus, Virgo, who could be slightly cross with you at this time. And I feel like the reason why this person may be cross with you, okay, or have a bone to pick or irritated with you for whatever reason, is because they're seeing that your inspired action is leading to monumental collaborations and opportunities that are leveling you up. And this could be someone that you've once worked with where they felt like they were your end all be all, like you needed them and you could not survive without them. This could be business, this could be pleasure. For a lot of you, I do feel like this is business. So this person feels like you could not do well without them. But when you're surpassing them by leaps and bounds, now they're a bit cross. I mean, at the end of the day, Spirit, you're reading for Gemini, and Geminis don't give a fuck about somebody being cross, right? The question for Gemini is, are the checks clearing? We don't care about people's feelings. We don't care about people's attitudes. We don't care about people's huffiness. Are the checks clearing? That's it. So this person can be cross, but they're going to have to eat that. They can go cry themselves to sleep in a fetal position. Geminis don't care. Moving on. What's the outcome, Spirit, of this communicate clearly? Exactly, Spirit. I mean, yeah. With the world, exactly. Step on their head as you're climbing onto your throne, honey. Whoever this is, step on their fucking head. Okay? They're mad because they're left in the past because they felt like you could not move on without them. Well, guess what, honey? Simon says take action, and Gemini has been doing just that. Bottom of the deck, we have the Two of Wands. Yeah, this could be someone at a distance, someone that you've done business with before at a distance. Why are my cards, I maybe shuffled them wrong because why are some of them upside down? Reverse. We don't do that over here. All right. So with the Two of Wands, yeah, this person could be at a distance. Take action. Exactly. Because you take inspired action, that came out weird. Because you take inspired action towards your desires, Gemini, this is working in your favor harmoniously. This is emotional fulfillment, honey, and I'm here for it. Tell us more, Spirit. What else is the outcome of Gemini taking action? We have the Page of Swords. Okay, so then you have an audience. Okay, great. The more the merrier. Tell us more. Yes, Six of Swords, moving towards bigger and better, moving towards calmer waters, moving towards new opportunities that align with you. All right, this is the era that you're stepping in, Gemini. Okay, and you're ready for this, and you deserve this. You've put in the work, you've put in the time. Right, and then we have the Seven of Swords. Okay, Spirit. Bottom of the deck, the Ace of Wands. What's crossing the Seven of Swords? Why is the Seven of Swords here? I need more details. Thank you. Oh. So some of you have either a secret admirer or somebody who is really wanting to collaborate with you. Make sure that if it is a collaboration, that it's coming with a check. In 2025, we don't do anything for free. Okay, now if it was back in freaking 1701, then maybe you can collaborate with your neighbors. Because there was a different community energy back then. Now, right? Everything needs to have a check attached. And no, it's not transactional, it's business, honey. It's business. That's the world we live in. I didn't make it this way, but we definitely know how to adapt, don't we now, Gemini? Precisely. We didn't make it this way, but we can adapt. So if this is a business collaboration, it needs to come with a check. You don't do things for free. This is 2025, for goodness sake. Bottom of the deck, we have the Seven of Cups, okay? So there are a lot of people who are wanting to come in towards you with opportunities. As I've said before, just make sure the opportunities align with you, and if they do, take the inspired action towards it. Compassion. All right, we have strength, yeah. Spirit is telling you to love yourself enough to have compassion for yourself, okay? Garner your strength and use that strength for yourself. Because when you're strong, then you are able to help others and give them compassion. But when you are depleted, you can't help anyone else. It's like drowning in the middle of the ocean. How are you going to help someone else in that position? You can't. Okay? But someone who sees you out there and they have their life vest and they have that little Cheerio thing. What's the Cheerio thing called, people? It's not a lifeboat. It's not a life jacket. I'm going to call it a Cheerio. So they have their little Cheerio thing, and they can help you, right? They're the master swimmers. They've been trained for this moment, right? But you don't want to help when you are in your destitute energy or depleted energy, because both of you are going to drown. Okay, Three of Swords. I feel like there is a situation that you've given enough compassion to, and now Spirit is telling you to have compassion for yourself before you deplete yourself. I've kind of gone through something like this with my mother situation, right? And, you know, it's hard to see, but at the end of the day, when your self-preservation is on the line, you have to choose you. Because if not, someone who is, you know, flaring, what's the word I'm looking for? Someone who's drowning, but they don't know how to take direction or orders or even know how to receive help, they're going to drown you too, right? So you got to be very, very careful, and everything is nuanced as well, okay? Not everything is black and white. All right, and then we have the Ten of Pentacles. I know that's right, Spirit. Yeah, so Gemini, just to double back, and this has been the theme for you for quite some time, that a lot of you are moving into a beautiful era where you've been compassionate. You've helped the people that needed your help at the time. And the people could be taking your help for granted with the Three of Swords. And now you have to bow out gracefully and conserve your energy, because you realize if you keep on giving, you're going to deplete yourself. Okay? So do with that information what you will. As you traverse this new opportunity, Gemini, that's coming in towards you here, this is definitely lining your pockets. This is definitely putting you in a position of power and status. So flow with the current. Spirit, anything else for Gemini regarding their general energies? And Gemini, as I say every day until the end of this offer, I am offering 50% off. The sale ends this week, honey, so get in where you fit in. If you feel the desire to book a personal reading with me, now's the perfect time to do it, because you can take advantage of that 50% off discount linked in my description. All right. For those of you who have booked your personal readings, thank you so much for continuously supporting my channel. For those of you who booked your readings yesterday, check your inbox now, because your reading is there. If you're new to me, check your junk mail, check your spam. For those of you who are booking your reading today, tomorrow, you'll have it this week. All right. We have ornaments, extra money, mature investment, celebration, retail, beauty, finished work, retirement. Beautiful. Beautiful. Crown, overcoming obstacles, power play, wealth, owner, boss, taking charge, making progress. Yes, I love this, because a lot of you are coming into extra money. A lot of you are coming into your era of wealth, and is beginning to show up in the 3D. It's no longer in your energy that you've been focusing on for so long. It's now finally being unleashed into the 3D, where you can tangibly utilize the resources that are coming in towards you. Okay? Spirit, what is the outcome of the general energy surrounding Gemini, please? What is the outcome for Gemini? What is the outcome? Okay. We have travel. Pack your bags. So some of you could be traveling soon. All right. Congratulations. Honor, accolade, delight, cheer, satisfaction, success, achievement. Beautiful. Congratulations. Congratulations on what, Spirit? For Gemini. Congratulations on happiness, joy, satisfaction, glee, pleasure, high vibe. Yes. Congratulations on meditating, upping your tranquility, right? Working on yourself, becoming the best version of yourself so that you're able to recognize these opportunities that are coming in towards you. Congratulations to you on that, Gemini. Congratulations on aligning with a wealthy man or being a wealthy man. All right, business owner, opulence, millionaire, affluent, riches. There are people coming into your life who are here to help you along the way. Okay, out with the old, in with the new. You just ended an old chapter that was stagnant, stale, and toxic. And now you're moving into a higher vibration with like-minded people who see the best in you, desire the best for you, and who bring out the best in you, Gemini. Well done. Well done. All right, this could happen in a matter of months. All right, the shortest time frame is 1 month, 30 days, 2 months, 4 months, 12 months, 90 days is the max. So between now and 90 days, you will see this upgrade, Gemini. Well done. What's this? Luxury. A lot of you are upgrading your lifestyle luxuriously. I know that's right. And then we have emotional fulfillment, happiness, optimism, self-love, abundance. Exactly. Because when you have compassion for yourself, when you have love for yourself, everything flows the way it needs to flow. That is it, and that is all. Anything else, Spirit, for Gemini regarding the general energies surrounding them? Awakening flew out, the number 40. Some of you could have gone through an awakening. All right, perhaps the past 10 years has been an awakening for you. All right, for many people it has. So congratulations on this graduation. Resistance, the number 22. A lot of you have released resistance and now you're able to float like a beautiful balloon up into the sky. Well done. What's this? Shame, the number 19. A lot of you have released shame, perhaps shame of your family members trying to guilt trip you into being a caregiver when you have an entire life to lead, right? They made their decisions. Now it's time for you to make the right decision for you. And there's no shame in that, honey. You're welcome. Bottom of the deck. Free yourself. Exactly, Spirit. It's time to take back control of your life. Precisely. So if you guys are being pigeonholed into caregiver or housewife who has no hobbies, or just mother and has no other outlet, no other creative outlet, honey, it's time to free yourself. Stand in your power because you are your only, I was going to say your only source of something, but you're your own person is what I was meaning to say. You are your own person. So whether you're married, whether you have children, whether you have aging parents, okay, you are still your own person, and it's not for you to be the martyr. It's not for you to self-sacrifice for anybody. They made their choices. Now it's time for you to make yours. If you have children, that's about putting boundaries in place. Yes, I'm your mother. Yes, I love you. But at the end of the day, I'm living my life. And you can see me live my life so that you can also have the confidence when you're my age to live your best life as well. Right? Children are children for this long. And they're adults for much longer. Teach them how to be adults now. I say at the age of 7, 8, start teaching them what they need to know, because schools don't teach children anything. Start teaching them in-house. It's up to you as parents to teach your children what they need to learn. Okay? Exactly. I can go a bit deeper, but we're already 23 minutes in, and I'm not trying to stay for that long. You're welcome. Miracle, dream, and we have hope. All right, Gemini, that was your reading. Again, if you do want to book a personal reading, honey, now is the time. Take 50% off. The link to my website's in the description, and I'll see you soon. Bye.